So that's the part where we come in. All right. So the frustration I feel, because these things, I don't like being on these lives, right? But it's therapeutic, it's cathartic. And I appreciate you, Morris, being here. And I'm like, man, maybe I should say something so Morris can know they probably feeling the same way. And I want you to know you're not the only one that feels like this, right? And maybe I'm putting it into words that make you feel a little better. I'm gonna just read it. So foreigners are still jockeying for control of our indigenous birthrights while simultaneously trying to define us. All right. You ain't got no culture. You ain't got no history. They trying to define us, and they're trying to define us to be either their crash test dummies or their bullet catchers. Yes or no. All right. Well, that's y'all job to go marching and catch these blows for something that's not going to benefit you. All right. See, the civil rights era, where the worst thing that came out of that was the Immigration Act. And that's where a lot of our problems are coming from. So it says scripture says Allah will come to the aid of Allah's chosen, right? Chosen could be anybody that's just like, I want to do your works. I just want to do your work. Well, you must have been chosen, because why are you thinking that? Right? So Allah will come to the aid of Allah's chosen when they cry out enough. All right. Or rather, when enough of them cry out. So if we hold this space, like I just know, think of Avatar, right? And if you watch the first one, there was that part where they had plugged into their planet or their moon, whatever they lived on, so that they could move souls, spirits from one corpus into another corpus. Okay. They were holding space. They had to gather together and just hold the space. And all of them had to want this soul to transfer from one body into the other. They had to hold that space. It was faith. They like, yeah, this gonna work. This ain't our first time. We know it's gonna work. We just have to hold the space until it happens. It didn't work in that case. Okay, it didn't work in that case, but it did work for the guy, the hero of the story. They were actually able to transfer him. But I'm just saying, think of it like that. Just hold that space, right? Because it is, I don't know about y'all, it can be kind of discouraging watching what's going on. How all of these people are talking over us, knowing none of them come from here. They all say they are a proud nation of immigrants. Thank you, Allah. Because I was talking to some Moors about this. I look at the poor Palestinians, how they could not get these Israelis out of their faces and off their land because the Israelis claim to be from there. All right. They got to get around that part. They claim to be from there. We don't have that problem. All of these people, proud immigrant. And until last year, me no black. Y'all can act like you ain't. This is the first Black History Month where I've seen Carribbeans trying to be in that. I've never seen that. All right. Never, ever, ever. Right. Their name. How convenient. Now that people starting to get packed up and shipped out. Now all of a sudden, cousin.